Well, welcome to the show, ma'am. My guest today is Callie York. It's an honor, it's a privilege.
Thank you for
Um,
having me.
Now, I do have the opportunity every now and then to kind of tour the town. And you and I apparently seem to have mutual friends.
Yes, yes, we
Um,
do.
Now, what line of business is it that that would grant you, this mutual friendship?
I have Eye of the Beholder. It's a custom art framing shop, and we have gift items and framed art as well. I have lots of people. Our mutual friend comes in for some matting on his photography that he sells.
Okay, so Eye of the Beholder, which is on Reserve.
It's on North Reserve in the Northgate Shopping Center at Mullen and Reserve Street. I don't know. There's an Albertsons in there and Corral West as well.
Okay, so I think I know which area you're talking about.
Strip mall.
Strip mall area. Okay, yeah, right there, where the Pizza Hut place
Yes.
is, right? Okay.
Yes, and
Right
Ambrosia.
across from Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Kitty corner.
okay. So, I've been in there a few times now, and are you geared towards a certain kind of photography style, outdoors, up close and personal, wedding pictures, or just anything to get
Anything.
revenue?
You know, in the gallery we have a variety of different art from Western, contemporary, floral, all kinds of stuff. Our main feature is custom framing. You can bring in anything you want framed. It can be that wedding photo. It can be the pictures that maybe you picked up on vacation that have been hiding out under the bed for a year or so now. We do shadow boxes, so anything you want to have shadow boxed, maybe a jersey or something that's special to you, a trip that you took, maybe family photos. We also do a lot of kind of redoing art. If you've been looking at something for a long time and it feels kind of dated, you get sick of looking at it maybe, we can kind of give it a little facelift with a new frame and new matting.
Okay, do you do any kind of brushing on?
No.
Touch-up stuff, or just...
We can do touch-ups
Okay.
if say you had a damaged print somewhere and needed a tear fixed.
Now, you've been in business here for how long? This is pretty amazing that I've been able to finally discover you, of course, through a mutual friend, but, it seems like you guys have had that lock on North Reserve for quite a while.
It's been 13 years now that
Okay.
I've been in the business. I worked and managed it for 5 years before I bought it 8 years ago now.
So you bought this
I bought it.
with your own money.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened to the former management?
They went on, they had another business and they wanted to move, so.
Wow, so you've held this gig now for 8 years
For
on
8
your own.
years.
That's impressive. This is why I like to interview people like you, because we get a chance to discover, what it takes to be, do you consider yourself an entrepreneur or just a businesswoman? An entrepreneur. So congratulations.
Well,
So is
thanks.
business doing pretty good at this
Yeah.
point?
Yeah, we're doing really well. We've gone from having it be just me running the show every day to now I have 3 part-time employees that come in and help me out almost every day. So, been doing a lot of work. It's been great.
Well, what kind of competition do you guys have here in Missoula or even throughout the state? Do you know who your competitors are? Is it even that competitive of a market?
Here in Missoula, there doesn't seem to be a lot of competition. We've had a few other frame shops go out, so all of us are absorbing that whole customer base from other people. And I'm friends with a couple of the other people here in town, and we end up helping each other out more often than not. And as far as statewide, I'm actually the president of our Northern Rockies Professional Picture Framing Association.
Wow, so you're doing it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I know a lot of the competition in the whole Northwest. So, and like I said before, there again, we end up being more help to each other. It's nice to know other framers and have more of an alliance than a competition.
It's probably better that way in the long run.
It really is.
You know, I mean, how much bitterness do you want to have between friends?
Yeah,
you know, so.
well, it helps everybody out, really.
You know, which leads me into needing to ask you, who is Callie York? I mean, how did you get to where you are? I have to know, as a business person, as a business woman, how did you become the, I guess I can say it, success that you are?
You know, it's kind of a funny story. I kind of fell into it. I had graduated early from high school and went to London, and when my mom had my senior picture framed at this brand new little framing shop here, they said that they might need someone to help out and for me to call when I got back. And when I got back, you didn't want to meet me or anything? And she said, no, when do you want to start? And I started, and I really, really enjoyed it. It's a great creative outlet, and I just really, really liked it and did good at it. So I ended up managing it for him for a few years, and then a lot of things came together all at once, and I said, so do you want to sell it to me? Because I'd like to buy it. So at 23, I bought Eye of the Beholder.
Okay. Now, you've got someone that I know very well actually developing the website for this store of yours. And we're going to go ahead and say the website name. It's going to be www.callieyork.com. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Even though the name of the store is Eye of the Beholder,
Right.
since you are the big dog, big shot of the store, it's going to give you your, we're going to call it Callie York, right? Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So people who are interested in visiting you on the web should go to callieyork.com, and they can do some shopping or browsing, window shopping for some of the products that you sell and you offer. So you were 23 when you bought a store. I mean, were you, let's say, 17, 15, 7 years old? Are you saying, gosh, you know, I have these ideas of wanting to be an entrepreneur? Or were you just saying, I'm just going to graduate high school, maybe do some traveling, and leave it open to the universe to see what happens to me?
Yeah, I was just going to take a couple of years off and see where I wanted to go with everything. And when I fell into the frame shop, I just absolutely loved it. And
any college work?
Just in London a little bit, but nothing to really
Write home
speak
about.
of. Yeah.
I hear you. Wow. So I mean, I'm just really, really amazed. And here you are, not only the owner of your own store, a successful store, by the way. It's not like an unsuccessful store. I'll just put it that way. But you're also the president of the what was that? The framing.
The Northern Rockies chapter of our Professional Picture Framing Association.
Okay.
It's a professional picture framers from all over the country, and the association will certify you as a certified professional framer, and so that you can have the credentials, so to speak.
No.
So,
Okay. I was just asking you, what does it take to become a picture, or kind of training? Like if you have 3 part-time employees, did you put them through rigorous training, or were they just kind of, I can do that, or?
my employees haven't done it. I haven't actually done it yet either.
All right. So, Callie, what's next for you? I mean, you're a young, attractive lady, a young, successful business lady. What's in the pipeline for Callie York?
Well, no big plans right now. Just kind of running the business, working at it. My husband and I just have a cat and enjoy life.
What's the cat's name?
Home Slice. Home Slice.
Home Slice the cat.
Yes, that's his name, and he is not a very nice cat.
Home Slice the cat.
He's about 18 pounds and not friendly.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
He's actually gotten in a fight with a raccoon and won.
Oh, no. Is that why he's 18 pounds? Because he ate the raccoon?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm told I feed him too much, but.
well, he's a spoiled cat, you gotta get these cats back in line.
Yes.
Starve them, whip them around a little bit, and then maybe they'll appreciate the kindness they need to show other cats and people.
That's right.
Home slice.
He's funny. He's our big orange baby.
I mean, I do this. I have a tendency to do this. You watch sports?
Mm-mm.
You don't watch
Not
sports?
a lot.
Because they just had a championship game. This is March Madness just
Yes.
ended and all that
I
stuff.
heard about that.
It was pretty good. I watched it. I watched some of it last night and went to overtime, blah, blah, blah. And, they had this so-called amazing super freshman playing in the basket. I mean, I just
Okay.
thought I'd share that with you because I know you don't care. So that's,
Now didn't the team that wasn't the favorite, they won?
yeah, unfortunately.
that-
It was I'm over my stage of needing to watch sports, I think. I finally gave up football this past season because it's just so violent.
Really?
Yeah, I can't take it anymore. And then basketball is just so ghetto. I can't watch that either. It's like I can't relate to these guys anymore. But I had read about this freshman on the Memphis team, and he's supposed to be really, really amazing. And he actually was. He hit some pretty big shots from what I saw.
Really?
Yeah, it was, now this has absolutely nothing to do with Eye of the Beholder and framing, but we're talking about it anyway. It was actually a pretty interesting game because the other team ended up coming down with 2 seconds left, tying it up with the basket, went into
Okay.
overtime, and then spanked them in overtime and won it. But had the game, the ironic thing is the freshman had the chance to win it at the end because, he had 2 free throws and he only made 1. If he had made them both, it would have been over. So, go figure. But, more importantly, Callie, you and I both know Robin Poole, who's a
Yeah.
pretty good guy. He and I go to church together, and we do this thing called Culture Hour every Sunday and Monday or so. And he got me back into Worldwide Wrestling,
Okay,
the
really?
WWE, which is formerly WWF Wrestling. And, I had the chance to watch a childhood hero of mine, Ric Flair, retire last week, and it was just so beautiful. Did you catch that?
I didn't.
You didn't catch that?
I watched how the whole WWF thing got started on TV sometime this last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would have loved to watch that.
It was, I think, like some true story segment on Hulk Hogan and how
Oh.
they really got the whole deal started. Made it popular,
Well, what kind of things are you into? Normally, it don't feel bad because some of the most of the women I talk to don't have any interest or clue with sports at all. So the fact you even know that the underdog won the basketball game tonight was pretty impressive. But what kinds of
Yeah.
things outside of work? This is just me.
outside
Talking.
of work. We really like to hike into natural hot springs, go hiking in general. Last year I got a little bit of a taste for kayaking,
Oh, cool.
so hopefully.
I've
get a
never
little bit
been
more.
kayaking, but I did go to my first natural hot springs. What was it? 2 years ago now.
Which one?
Jim Jones or Jeff Jones
Oh,
or something.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones in Idaho. Now, I was totally unprepared for that because the guy that took me, I did a documentary on his life, and I found him so interesting because he's one of these libertarians,
Okay.
pro-Constitution guys, and it even gets more and more bizarre than that. But he didn't warn me beforehand that, hey, this was a nudist
Nudity is is welcome.
Yeah, it was very welcome, apparently. I walked in thinking, wow, I've never seen anything like this. This water actually really is, hot.
It's hot.
Yeah, it was hot. And then I turn around and I've got, just, and it wasn't, it was just, And, but it was an experience. And we went to Idaho to do that, and I had a really good time because Idaho, we had to go way back onto some trail or whatever to get back there. And
It's a couple mile hike.
yeah, and you just, basically, it's just you, that hot water, and then that river flowing, ice cold. It was just a beautiful, beautiful scene.
I love it that there's just a natural hot pool in the middle of the woods. And,
Yeah.
And it's all natural.
Yeah, that's the
But-
thing with Montana is there's a lot of things that I'm from Virginia. There's a lot of things I
Okay.
probably wouldn't have been able to experience, if I had not come to Montana. Being from Virginia, I'm from Virginia. Coming to Montana, there's a lot of new experiences that I've had. I haven't gone. A friend of mine, another friend from church, wants to take me hunting, bow hunting.
Oh, okay.
Bow. Have you ever been hunting?
I have been hunting once with my husband. My husband hunts all the time. He hunts everything. Bow hunts, rifle hunts, birds, ducks, geese, all of it, the elk, all of that.
You eat it?
Uh-huh.
See, I've only had fresh venison. I've only had, deer meat.
Okay.
So, but near where I live, they have like an elk and a bison shop. So it's
Okay.
like a butchery that specializes that kind of catering.
Yeah.
So I want to try that meat. But my friend who does the bow hunting said this September, when you get the license and stuff, we can go ahead and, kill some. I don't know if I can kill. So, see, Robin, our friend Robin, he goes hunting too, but he hunts with his camera. So I think that's pretty fascinating. And he takes these awesome pictures and with this stuff. But where are you from?
I'm from Southern California.
Okay.
Actually, we moved up here in high school, or when I was in high school anyway. And because when I was in California, I had, the college picked out I was going to and da-da-da-da-da. But once I got up here and started discovering all kinds of new stuff that I would have never experienced down there, I kind of fell in love with Montana. And
Yeah, it happens. I know. A friend of mine, I'm trying to get, buddy, I went to school in Ohio State, and trying to get a friend to come and move out here. And she
Okay.
says, well, you got to sell me on Montana. And I said, no, Montana will sell itself.
you gotta come and visit.
It
and
will sell itself. It really. What college, by the way, were you looking at?
UC Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. Is that a good one?
Hmm.
See, I've been to California once. I think I went to Oakland
Okay.
when I was a boy. So I have yet to experience the whole LA. We're in California. Where are you from?
Orange County in Fullerton.
What's the big city?
Well, it's right next to Anaheim. It's just outside of LA County. It's Orange County, so
Oh, okay. So it is basically like LA.
it's LA area. Hmm.
So this is a good segue, I guess. What's it like? You hear so many things about LA, and people come directly from LA to come here, so it can't be that good, or can it? What's the real story, Callie?
I don't know. We kind of, it's almost like two different worlds sometimes, not always, but LA, didn't do a lot in LA, didn't go there very much, kind of stayed in Orange County, did the beach thing,
Okay.
always just kind of the fun in the sun, go to the beach, hang out there. LA, stayed away from LA a lot.
So Anaheim, that's where you're from, basically?
Hmm.
No, that's
That's where Disneyland is.
okay. Christian's from California. I think he's from Carlsbad or something.
Okay.
So is that anywhere near where you're from?
That's a little bit further south.
Okay. See, I have this thing with California where I know the northern tip of it is all snowy or something, right? Northern
Tahoe.
California. Okay. And then the southern part is just really smoggy or something like that.
Yeah, you get the smog. Where I live, there is a hill that you would go over on one of the main streets, and you could see LA pretty clearly on a nice day. And it was only like 15 miles away from us. But if it was smoggy, you couldn't tell it was even there.
Wow.
So
That's the thing. I mean, I really don't understand why people. I mean, okay, I take that back. I understand why people come out to Montana. I just don't understand why people actually stay around in LA. But it's good to say, because we are implants.
I married my husband, and he's a born and bred Montanan.
Yeah. Well, you
And
mentioned
so-
hunting and stuff, so I kind of figured.
So I was never taking him anywhere else, but I didn't have any desire to go back.
Do you travel a lot? Where do you go?
It depends. Depends on if it's a business trip or a fun trip.
Wow. A business trip or a fun trip?
Yeah, I like the fun trips. But we
Wow.
managed to have a little bit of fun on business trips.
That's just. I mean, I really. This isn't. I'm not being facetious at all. I really am not only impressed but proud that you can actually do all these things at
Thanks.
31. So where do you go? Just on a business trip? Where does Eye of the Beholder take you?
We can go, well, I've gone to gift buying shows, either Seattle or Denver. The PPFA, that Professional Picture Framing Association, they'll send me to wherever our national conference is once a year. And so this been Orlando once, and it was Las Vegas this year. So.
Does the job take you outside of the States?
No, not really.
Do you have an interest in photography in general, or?
I like other people's photography,
Yeah.
but I'm not really an artist myself. My art is in the framing and yeah.
Well, you know, to each his own. You know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
That's right. And if you saw my doodling, you would know why I frame.
Well, Callie, it's been a pleasure and an honor.
Thank you,
you
Lee.
very, very much.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank Callie York for being my special guest today, and we will see you next time. This is Dialogue with Link Starberry.
That was awesome.
Oh, hurry up. There you go. Here he goes. Oh, we're having. Oh my God.